there.
Hi.
We are the
Dyslexia Duo.
Each week, we sit down with amazing people, including top researchers and experts in dyslexia, powerful advocates, affected individuals, and more.
Together, we break down the myths, share real stories, highlight research and strategies to advise our listeners about this prevalent learning disability.
Come join us. Hey, Melissa.
Hi, Amy.
So, very, very excited. Not going to lie. We have the IDA conference coming up next week in Georgia.
We are going to be there. We have a booth in the exhibit hall, and our booth number is 815. So what's really cool about us being there, Amy, is we will be interviewing people live like we did last year.
Yep.
And anybody can have a voice.
Anybody
if
can
they want it.
That's right. And talk about dyslexia, talk about their business.
Yes.
I mean, not personal business, like things airing, like your business, right? So I cannot tell you how excited it's last year when we went, I know it was a big one and it was the 75th anniversary, but y'all, it's like the Oscars for us. We see everybody out there on the red carpet out in the wild. And you're like, oh, that's so-and-so. And because my husband.
In the wild, like they're animals?
Yes, like animals in the wild. And my husband was with us last year and I go, oh, that's so-and-so and that's so-and-so and that's so-and-so, and he has no clue who these people are, but that's okay. That's okay. But you know what? I will say he's learning because he throws some information back at me every once in a while. I'm like, oh, you are listening to what we're saying.
Well, he does listen to us a lot now because he has to listen to the first show when we do it. And then he has to listen to the other version when he's editing it. So he really should be listening.
I think we're a little bit of white noise after a while for him, but just saying. What is the favorite thing about IDA for you?
Oh my gosh. Well, my favorite thing is meeting all of the researchers, the people who are top experts in the field, getting to hear what they have to share, their knowledge, and then also us sharing our perspective, what we see in the wild, on our end of the wild, where we're working with the kids. Because a lot of times they've got that practical, that research knowledge, but we're also working with the kids and see it in a different way. So I love that part.
Well, it's interesting. I was looking through the speakers list just now, and there's 17 pages of speakers, because it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And a lot of our past guests are speaking, like Amy Kushner and Margie Gillis and Casey Harrison and Nancy Mather and Mary McFarland and Jan Wasowitz. And we just interviewed Terry Nolan. She's going to be there.
Yeah.
Lucy Purcell, Stephanie Stoller, Brett Tingley, Marianne Wolf, Marilyn Zecker, all of those people from past podcasts. So if you're heading out to IDA and you're like, oh, I don't know that name, go to our podcast and look for their names and kind of just get some information that way. But then also, I'm seeing a lot of names. I'm like, ooh, I want them on the podcast. Or, ooh, I want them on the podcast. And so we're going to be doing those live pods like Melissa said, but we want to get them on extended ones because sometimes it's kind of hard to get deep with some of the information when you're doing those live pods. So we want to get deep with a lot of these people.
Well, and you know what, Amy, too? First of all, those researchers and all these popular people in the world of dyslexia might be lining up to be on our podcast live. Yeah, that's a possibility.
Well, I would love that. I would love that. I don't know if that's a reality, but I would love that.
Do you like how I'm so grandiose? I always think that we're a bigger deal than we
shoot
really
for the stars,
are.
Right?
That's right. That's the way I am. Now, I have to remind people, sometimes I get a little bit weird when I have to wake up early because I am a night owl. So I have to wake up early for these conferences, and I might accidentally call myself Amy instead of Melissa because that does happen. So Weird things happen when I wake up early, just
Those of
FYI.
y'all don't know that are maybe newish. And I think it was during a live pod, right? Melissa starts, she goes, "This is Amy." And I go, "No,
No,
Sybil, it's not."
that was at the IDA last year. It was so weird.
It's
So,
ready for you. Yeah, this year I think I said it, we're in Georgia. And so we're all in the hotel together. So it won't be as bad. It's not going to be like driving into, what was it, Dallas last year? It won't be like
yes,
driving into Dallas for you. You'll be just having to get in the escalator and escalator,
roll on down.
elevator, whatever, and go downstairs.
That's
Right.
right. That's right. It might be better. And I'm excited to see Georgia. I've
You know, it's gonna be
driven
fun.
through Atlanta, but I've never been there.
We're going to get to see these people after hours. Maybe we can
Ooh.
go like to the lounge and get a drink. Maybe you get an old fashioned with Nancy Mather. I don't know if she drinks. I'm just
Ah,
staring at a name.
okay. Well, I'll have a Diet Coke with anybody.
I gave up sodas.
Why?
I was,
Why would you do that?
I know. I was reading about how it affects liver function, and Greg just rolls his eyes and he goes, "You only had one a day." I said, "It said even one a day diet can affect it." So I gave it up. And you know what? Okay, this is totally not dyslexia duo stuff, but you know what? I don't have swelling in my feet anymore.
Hmm.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's now I'm just water and coffee. It's a little, my life is a little boring, but
Yeah. Sounds like it.
but I'm saving money. I don't have to buy sodas anymore. But yeah, all my kids and my husband, they're like, "Oh, your life is sad." I'm like, "My life is great. It's just my food consumption is sad." So, but there's some names that I was writing down. So I had reached out to Stephanie Altaba. I can't say her name correctly. And so I'm hoping that we run into her, I hand her a business card because she's a big deal out in the SMU world. Hugh Katz and Dr. Elsa and Dr. Elsa's right hand, Jill Gilbert. She's probably in love that we said her name. Charles Hume. I've seen his name on a few things, so I'm really excited. I want to interview Clarice Jackson. All of these names. Anna Middleton. Anna Middleton works pretty much exclusively with Scottish Rite doing all their research. So I'd love to have her on there. Louise Spears Swirling. She's huge in the research area. So there's some of these names that I would just love to, new names to come on the
Mhm.
podcast. And then even some revisits from favorites. Maybe Marianne Wolf would come back. Who knows?
Yes, I would like that. And I'd also like to get some perspective of parents and maybe even people who are educators who are dealing with dyslexia in their classrooms. I would love to hear from some of them as well and see what we could do to maybe bridge the gap.
Do you remember Phyllis Mooney from last year at the 75th conference? I can't remember where she was from, but she was so shy. But when she started talking about dyslexia in her country, she had a
Oh,
major
yes.
voice. So she's one
Mhm.
of the speakers this year. So I'm really excited to see her, maybe bring her on,
Awesome.
talk
Yeah,
to
that'd
her.
be great. That'd be
So yeah,
great.
y'all, we're so excited. So we will push out this particular little snippet Saturday, but next week you're going to be inundated with
By
live
the
pod.
Dyslexia Duo.
Yeah, the Dyslexia Duo and our special guests. So excited for, I mean, seriously, I live for this and I live for the Alta conference. That's all I've got. That's all I've got.
Okay. Well, another thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that, of course, Dyslexia Awareness Month in October. And I saw in my little research that there is a screening of the Left Behind movie
Yep. Yep.
across the country in different locations. So I'm going to share those locations in just a moment. But just in case you haven't heard of the Left Behind movie, it is an inspiring story of a group of determined moms who band together to create the first public dyslexic school in the largest school district in America, which is in New York
I
City.
have this. I have this movie. Now that you said it, now that you said the synopsis, I think I have this.
You very well might.
Yeah.
So I am sharing this with the population just so that if they want to go and watch this somewhere, it isn't playing in different locations. Of course, it's already played in a few cities that the time has passed. So I'm going to share what's coming up. October 27th, it's at the Wakeman Town Farm in Westport, Connecticut. And October 28th, it's at the Lighthouse Community Public Schools in San Leandro, California. I'm sure I said that wrong. And then November 3rd, it's at the Modern Art Museum in Fort Worth, Texas, where I am near. So those are the places that it is playing. If people are interested in learning a little bit more about how this inspiring film is helping call to action, the support that dyslexic kids need in the classroom, in the community, and elsewhere.
It's interesting. I think, remember Harvey Hubble that we talked to
Yes.
last year and his little documentary, Hopeville? I think they're doing screenings. They just started doing screenings of those, and they did one at SMU like a couple of days ago. So
Yes. Let me check that one out and see if I could pull that up
I
really
bet you
quick.
he'll be there. Harvey's a hoot. I don't know if y'all remember when we interviewed Harvey. Harvey is dyslexic and ADD. He looks to me like the absent-minded professor. He had like 50 pairs of glasses on.
He
When we
had red
interviewed
glasses the last time I saw him. He's a very, very, very interesting guy and has a lot of great information about what he went through
yeah,
himself. That was on our IDA
yeah.
pod
Those were
last
live.
year.
Those were live last year. Yeah.
So there are some screenings coming up of that movie. Let's see here on October 21st. Oh, guess where they're going to be? Atlanta, Georgia, October
Ooh,
21st.
is that after the conference so we could go
No,
see?
it's before the conference.
Huh.
And then on November 20th, they're going to be at the Mocha Building in Westport, Connecticut, and to be determined in the Belmont, California area. IDA Northern California is what it says.
You know what? So all these screenings and trips and things that I was seeing happening during IDA, you and I go do those and we'll let Greg and Michael be the dyslexia duo.
So, what do you propose? We go do the screenings, we go
We'll
watch
do the
them.
screenings and we'll go tour the school that Odegaard and Wolf are doing the tour of. And because I saw that and I was like, dang it, we're at our booth during that time. Because if it was after hours, yeah, we could do all that stuff. No, let's let Michael and Greg just be the duo.
Just be the duo. Okay. We could get them wigs.
They're gonna go, hey, Melissa,
Hey,
hey.
Amy. Yes, we could do that.
That'd be fun.
That'd be funny. Okay, so just to follow up on that Hopeville film, that is found at hopevilleadvocacy.com. And then the Left Behind can be found at leftbehindthefilm.com.
Okay, excellent. And one other thing about IDA, remember how they're changing the definition? I wonder if a consensus is going to be
Oh,
reached at this conference. So we'll let y'all know, when we hear
mm-hmm.
something, because I'm very eager to find that out too. I keep looking for the proposed definition and it's been yanked from everywhere. So I'm like, okay. So I'm very
Wouldn't that be
excited.
nice? That would be a great thing to propose
Hmm.
or present at the IDA conference. I hope they do.
I hope they do too. I hope they do too.
Now we're going to have to like rememorize a new definition, though. You realize this?
I never memorized it to begin with. It's not like the United States pledge, or anything. Just need
All
to,
right.
when I see it, recognize it. That's all. All
Well,
right.
that's their business, though. They've got to go and distribute it everywhere. It's not our burden to bear.
Not at all, sister. Not at
Mm-mm,
all.
mm-mm.
Okay, you guys. So if you are at IDA, come and see us. We would love to talk to you
Absolutely. And
and
if
get a
you're not at
picture.
IDA, that's okay because we're going to be promoting this on our audio podcast, but also we're going to be doing some YouTube. So you can watch us.
Of live pods. We're doing YouTube.
Yes.
We are.
Surprise.
Don't think I knew that. I was leaving my computer at home.
I've
Oh,
become like the YouTube master over here. I'm like
we'll just use
making.
our iPhones. We'll just use our iPhones and then upload it. How's that?
I don't know. I guess Amy and I have some talking to do.
Got some explaining to do, Lucy. Let's do it. Okay, I'll bring my iPad. That has my Zoom on it. We can do that way.
All
My
right, Amy.
iPad has like a computer keyboard and all that. It's like
I
a
know,
real,
I know. Well, that's all logistics. That's all logistics.
but I can't get my Mac on the plane. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, okay. So we're going to go ahead and close it out. This is Amy.
And Melissa.
And we're the
Dyslexia Duo.
See you at IDA. Bye.
Bye.
The Dyslexia Duo hosts are Melissa Dean
and Amy Rodenroth. The producer is Greg Rodenroth.
Dyslexia awareness is so important. Please share with your friends, family, and anyone who needs to know more about dyslexia.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X at The Dyslexia Duo.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.